Can I ask a question here? And I don't mean to jump into one of my articles too much, but talking about what we got to do, because I did write an article, what should we do if we win? And without going through all of it, just it seems to me that the Democrats, there are two big reasons that people are sick of them. And somebody else tossed in another one, competency, and I think that's true too. Mm-hmm. They're incredibly incompetent in their job. But the two big reasons I would say are control and protection. In other words, this government is bass-ackward under Obama in what it's supposed to do. It's controlling us, not the threats to us. Okay, so it does nothing about ISIS, nothing about the border, nothing about Ebola, nothing about anything that threatens our freedom, our liberty, and yet it expends incredible resources to control us through Obamacare, through everything they can possibly, even targeting various groups through the IRS and so forth. I think that what the Republicans, for us to turn around and just go after them with some list and say, here's our list of things, we want to put all these things through, I don't think the American people are going to embrace that. I think they're going to see that as, oh, now you're going to take, oh, now you're in charge, so you're going to try to make your list into law. I think the way we got to go after them is to say, no. They tried to control you. We want to unleash your choices, and we want to protect your choices from threats. They didn't protect you because they don't value you. We do. We want to protect you, and we want to unleash you. And then have that as a basic message, and then put everything within that, and then as you pick apart Obamacare and show, okay, now we're going to give you choices here, they took it away. And just, your gun rights, we're going to let you decide for yourself how you defend yourself, and so forth. Have a general vision rather than reeling out a bunch of one after the other issues. I think would be a better way to go.
Like how I like the message of we need to get choice out there. We need to say, look, we're not going to just run our agenda and do our time. We want to give you freedom. But how do we get that message out there? Can the 8 or 9 of us do something together? Can we work in our communities and blogs to get that message out? How do we get that message to the politicians so that they actually do that and they say those things? Is there anything we can actually do to do that? I mean, that's more my question. I don't have any suggestions. I don't know what we can do, but I think it's a great message that should be out there.
Well, I think, I'm actually going to be contacting leadership here in Colorado, and I also, I'm preaching it on the radio out here. But yeah, you're right. It's frustrating because we come up with good things to do, and then we see those things not done, and we feel helpless. And I think the key right now is to not let ourselves feel helpless, to not give up. We are starting to have more impact, I believe, on our leaders than at least we were a few years ago, and we got to keep pushing.
Yeah, I mean, considering the avenues of communication that we have open to us now, the fact that we are just a tweet away from a lot of important people, and these are things that we can communicate, especially to local politicians. If you talk to we just went through the meet and greet season, the part of the year, or the part of the the political cycle where you get to meet your congressperson on a regular basis because they're trying to win your vote again. But there are ways that you can communicate with them, and certainly by campaigning for them, that's a way that you build that that sort of connection to get your ideas out there and to them. And I can tell you right now, I know staffers for my congressperson. I helped. I made. They know how many phone calls I made for them. They know how many phone calls or how many blocks I walked, or the stuff that I did. So that's a way that you can get a more direct line of communication to talk about these ideas. And I think that there's a good, I can send these articles to these people. That's about as direct as it gets.
You know what? One of the things I mentioned, and I think because we talked about this at the beginning, it's so important to understand. No, we don't have a mandate. but we have an opportunity to create one. The American people have given us an opportunity to create a mandate. And, in the article, I use the analogy of, how many of us, especially us guys, have been at a party, high school or college party, and seen a girl, she breaks up with her boyfriend there at the party, and some nice guy gives her a ride home. The nice guy gives her the ride home. And it's important for the nice guy to understand you don't have a mandate. She just dumped the other guy. Okay? But you have a great opportunity. Be what the other guy isn't. Okay? He was controlling. He didn't care about her. Don't be controlling. Do care about her. Now look at the American voters. Look at the American public. The Democrats don't care about protecting them, and they do care about controlling them. Be the opposite. It's a simple message. It's the same as the Founding Fathers. We want to unleash your liberty, and we want to protect the setting in which you live that liberty. Okay? That's what we want to do. And I think if we go to our leadership and just say, look, I'm sure that you've got a lot of great ideas that you're going to advance. You just won. Good for you. Do it. But do it within a simple message, because if we just have a bunch of people all over the place advancing this, and everybody's got their pet project because we just won, and I've got mine, and Ryan has his, and Fishy has hers, we're going to sound like noise. One simple message. The other side has been trying to control you. We want to unleash you. The other side, and when you try to control people like cattle, you lose respect for them, and there's no reason to protect them. We are going to protect you. No flights from Ebola countries. If there's terrorist threats, we're not going to trade terrorists for deserters. Okay, little things like that. But everywhere you look, we are going to go after any threat to you. We have a society that has been absolutely trained in socialism. And what I want to do is use the systems that are in place, change them, obviously, to get people hooked on capitalism.